Is up, everybody? My name is Dane Thompson, and welcome back to another episode of BurnDown. So in today's episode, what I'd like to do is I'd like to have a little fun. We're gonna do a little science. Technically not really, we're just gonna kind of screw off and pretend like we know what we're doing. But if you've been following along with the Twinnebago, she made it over 400 miles. We went up to the Kern River. I'm in Southern California, so it's north from here. And I thought there's a pass called the Cajon Pass. It's a 6% grade. I believe it's like a mile or maybe too long. Not very big, but it's a pretty good grade, and it's like one of the bigger ones around here where people are like, oh, the Cajon Pass. Well, I thought that was going to be the major issue for this bad boy. Well, this cruised right up it in overdrive, locked, and we were cool. And I thought like the worst was behind me. Well, it turns out, I think it was like the 174, 178 or something like that. As soon as we turned on that highway or road or street or whatever the hell that thing was, it literally was uphill the whole time. And we had to pull over a few times. The transmission was getting a little warm. So we've got some work to do, because in October, I'd like to take this thing to the duct tape drags. And not only are we driving this, we're gonna tow the boom with it and the trailer and everything. So we have a lot of work to do, namely on more cooling action, and then also we'll have to get it ready to tow. But for today, like I said, we're gonna do some science. What we're gonna work on is the radiator portion. Works well, but when you're driving, it's not getting enough airflow. And the reason I can say that with some sort of definity is because the fan has to cycle. And as soon as the fan comes on, the temp goes down, it's good, and then it shuts off, and then the temp slowly climbs. If it's really cool outside and there's like no grade or nothing, it's really flat, it doesn't really come on. But I attribute a lot of that to just the cool air that's kind of circulating in there. So when you're driving, granted, yes, there's different load conditions, but just kind of flat ground cruising, your fan should not come on. The thing should be able to ride without the assistance of the fan, because you don't want your fan running full time. You'll just burn it up, and that's not how they're designed. They're designed for when you're under load, low speed cruising, idle, those sorts of things. But at speed cruising, you should not have a fan running. If you do, you got an airflow problem. So let me show you guys. Yesterday afternoon, I was out here a little bit, and I worked up this bad boy. And essentially, you know, we got it in here, and then I got to make a little saddle portion so it'll sit against top of the radiator. So what this is going to do is just the incoming air, it should guide it down into the radiator. The original radiator took up this whole space, and I tried to keep it because I'm like, man, when I put this in here, there's no way it's overheating. Well, it was roached. So we got this one. It's the Champion cooling system. This is actually for like a Dodge 440. It seems to work pretty well, other than if you're looking at it from here, you know, the air, when you take this out, I'll show you guys in a minute, there's a big hole there. So the air is gonna, it's like water essentially, you know, air and water properties are kind of similar. It's gonna take the least path of resistance. So it just goes up and over and out, and then this thing's barely catching any air. And then we've got turbos, and we've got this baby intercooler in the way, so that's blocking a lot of that. So as well as this works with a minimal amount of airflow, I'm very impressed with it. So I'm hoping putting this in here will guide the air through the radiator. So I went to McFadendale. I've got some, they're not really studs, but they're, what are they? Set screws, but I'm gonna use them as studs because I put nutserts in, they're aluminum, and the angle is kind of goofy, and I already roached one trying to put the panel in. So I'm like, man, we're gonna put little studs in, that way we can just clip it in and out and put some nuts on it. Otherwise, when I take this thing in and out, I'm gonna roach it real quick. So we've got those, and then we'll situate some sort of saddle. So I'd like to sneak it in there, kind of put it around the top of the radiator and put it up on some studs. And I want to make it easy because obviously, like if you saw, I can't get to the radiator. So we need to be able to check fluids and all that fun stuff. So anyway, what we're gonna do is we'll throw the studs in. I'll make the other little C-clip portion so it kind of saddles the radiator. We don't rub holes in it. And then for the science edition of this, I'm gonna hang a bunch of strings. This is a buddy of mine that I met up at Kern, and then my other friend Joe suggested that you can just hang a bunch of strings, then they'll blow. So what we'll do is we'll throw the GoPro in there, and we'll make like a lap without the panel in and see which way the strings blow, and then we'll put the panel in, and then we'll see which way they blow, and then I'll keep track of cruising temp. So it'll be fun. We'll see how much it helps or doesn't. I'm assuming it should help tremendously. And then worst case, initially I was like, man, I just grab that whole radiator and bring it way up into the airflow, but I think making the panel is much easier than having to move stuff and hoses and all that. So I'm gonna put the little studs in. We'll make the saddle portion of it, show you guys how that goes, and then we'll do some science. I'm pretty excited. Let's go. All right, so here's the set screws. It was eluding me, the name was eluding me earlier, but this will screw in to the nutsert, and then we'll just capture it with this guy. That way we don't strip the nutsert, and it's an easy way to locate that panel. So we'll pull the panel out, we'll throw these dogs in, and then we'll get an idea of how we're gonna saddle the back to the top of the radiator. All right, so here's a look inside. As you can see, I mean, that's a big hole. And initially I was like, oh, it's cool because it'll blow down and kind of keep stuff cool. Well, it's blowing right past this guy. And I think because of all this blockage, there's a lot of turbulence, and then the air just whoop, up and over. So this piece is plastic, so we use nutserts, but they're aluminum. And then I had the stainless hardware, and it just roaches it, or even steel, because anything, you know, obviously aluminum's softer. So we're gonna put these guys in. Let's see if we can do it one-handed. And then I should be able to thread that way in there and leave just enough out for this nut to grab on. So I'm going to put all these in, we'll leave them real short, and then I'll put the panel back in. And then again, this thing's pretty wide, so what I want to do is I'll have it come down here, we'll take this panel off on the inside, then I can see the back and we'll mark it. And I'm just going to basically make like a little clip that kind of goes like that, like a little leg that'll go over here. I might even just do like the one, because this hose has to come out this way, so I don't want to pinch that thing off. So we'll make an executive decision when I get in here. But you know, I got 5 captured here, and then I just need to capture the back so it's not flapping. But maybe we'll go over here. I'm gonna have to figure out how to route this thing so we don't clip onto it. But yeah, you can see it's already scratching this thing up. So we'll get some sort of rubber or something, figure that out so we don't wear a hole in that rolling down the road. But yeah, let's keep on moving forward. All right, so we got these tightened up. I wedged this guy so we keep the space, and then that kind of puts me where I want to be, I think, up against the radiator. What to fold this down to is it has a little lip, but I don't think that's the end of the world. Anyway, took the cover off, moved the seat, and you guys see what we're working with in here. And this is against the radiator, so all I'm gonna do is get a mark on here and make little saddles that will clip around here to keep it from doing one of those things. So it should be pretty easy. I'll get my cardboard out, we'll bang one out, I'll show you guys what it ends up looking like. All right, so I made my little saddles here and here. They're pretty tight. I've got some thin rubber that I'll put like around the edge, so I think it will be okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tack these in place here and here, and then pull it all out and do the finish weld out there. Yeah, it's this whole thing, you know, you want to be really careful doing welding inside an area like this. If you're going to do anything like this, please don't be stupid. So let me get these tacked in. I've got a fire extinguisher just in case if you're watching this, but that's why I just want to run a couple tacks and weld it outside. I don't want anything to jump. So, but I want this exact location, so I'm going to do it here, because I thought about marking it and pulling it out, but you can see the angles of everything. It's easier just to tack it here, finish weld it, pop it back in, and Bob's your uncle. Alright, there she is. This one had a bit of a gap. The weld's ugly, but it's just sheet steel. Those things are stuck on there. So that is it. We'll let these things cool down, and then what we can do, oh, look at, whoops. Oh, there. Much better, much better. I think what we could do is probably put this thing together. We'll put the little danglies on here, and we'll take it for a drive, and then we'll see where they go. And I'm assuming they're going to want to go this way, right? They're not going to want to go down toward like the radiator. We'll leave them pretty long, just long enough so they don't get in the fan. But let's stick some little dangly things. I'm just probably going to tape them on there, and we'll get like a little row of them going, and then we'll go drive and see what it looks like. Then we come back, maybe let it cool off a bit, throw the panel in, and then do the same deal. Ta-da! All right, so we got these guys, and then again, they can go back or kind of go down. We'll see them flutter. They should kind of flap in the wind. Got them all taped up. If you're wondering, yes, this is high tech. This is the quality level of content you guys are receiving. So let's shut this down. We'll put the cover back on. We'll fire this thing up, and we'll go jump on the freeway and make a run and see what these guys do. I'll have to get my GoPro mocked up, and then I think hopefully I can just attach it to like the back of this, and when we shut it, we'll kind of see what's going on. So that's the best we can do, guys, but I figure it'd be interesting to see. So I'm betting, I don't know what you guys are thinking, but I'm betting these things just go straight back like that. I doubt they go down toward the radiator at all. So it'd be interesting to see like what this one does and maybe what the outside one does. But yeah, for science. All right, here we go. Me and the helper are gonna roll. Mom went to the store, so he's gonna help me with our science project. So put everything away for the most part, and then I got my camera strapped up, so we will hit the old record button. All right, for science, there we go. So that is it. I'll bring you guys back. We're gonna go just make our round jump on the freeway real quick, get it up to like a normal speed, get some data, we'll jump off, and we'll come back and review the footage. You ready?
Yeah.
You buckled?
Uh-huh.
Let's roll, baby. Alright, we driven low speed, like 25 where I live. We'll get up here, we'll jump on the freeway, we'll get an idea of what the danglies are doing for science, and then we'll try it later with the panel and see what it's doing. Watching the video, and it was pretty much kind of what I thought, except it's funny because the string all the way to the right was like went up in that hole. Like obviously air's going every which way but down into the radiator, so I really feel like that thing's going to make a huge difference even at low speed, because it's going to be able to capture all that air. And I made the rookie mistake, I just put the two little rubber latches on. I didn't put the back latch on the doghouse. Dude, that thing was like riding up, and it took me a little while to notice it, and then I was trying to hold my hand on it while I was steering. So we'll let this thing cool off. It's warm inside there, and then we'll put the panel back on. And I'm pretty sure we don't really have to do the science video, because I obviously know where the air is directed. Some of it's going to go around the sides, but it's not going to be able to go up in that hole, and majority of it is going to have to go at least around the radiator through it, because right now there's way too much open space. So what we'll do on the next cruise, instead of doing the video inside, what we'll do is we'll drive a little bit further, and then I will monitor my on and off for my fan, and then we will see, I'll drive a few miles and we'll see if that thing can stay off. So today's pretty warm. I don't know, it's like in the 90s, I think, which is a perfect test to see if this thing can self-regulate without that fan coming on, because really that's the whole goal of that panel. It wasn't as much to put little dangly strings on there, but I thought it'd be fun to check that out. And yeah, the one sneaking up in the hole was kind of funny. So we'll give it a break. We'll bring it back later. We'll put the panel, everything in place, and then we will go for a rip. Hey, look, it's Kyle from 1320. Okay, it's not. Anyway, we're gonna jump on the freeway, see how she rolls. Come on, baby, go. Stumble's doing much better too, so. See how lockup does. I'll keep you guys posted on how she runs. Alright, well here's a fun fact. At the gas station, I thought maybe the stutter was because I didn't have fuel and I don't trust the gauge. Messed with a few things on the tune, went to start it, and it wouldn't start. So we had the old Malibu battery in there. I charged it before we went on the trip. Let's see if that has enough juice to start this thing. I'm gonna have to call my wife and bring the jumper box. Go, go, gadget, old Malibu battery. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, that sucked, dude. Oh well, good thing I had a backup battery. Carry on. All right, well, it's never a dull moment, I guess, when you take these old rigs out. So I'm glad nothing like that happened with the fam. But yeah, the battery dying was odd. So we'll have to charge that thing up and keep an eye on it. Make sure that the alternator's putting out what it should. And then it started pulling pretty good to the driver's side. So that's letting me know that there's something going on with the passenger side front brake. But other than that, this thing cruising, especially at lower speed, it seemed to stay a lot better. It's pretty warm today, and it seemed like it was handling the air moving a lot better. Obviously at really low speed, we're still dependent on the fan, but that's to be expected. You know, low speed sitting in traffic, that's what your fan is for. But as soon as we're moving, it seemed like it took all the, you know, the air and forced it down kind of where it should. We didn't do the scientific method, but I kept my eye on it. I think it's good to go. And then also that cover, it didn't want to fly up because there's not as much air pressure hitting that cover because this is deflecting a lot of it. So I think we are good. I'm gonna spend the rest of my day with my son. We gotta work on his go-kart, so he is really excited about that. I want to give him some time while the sun is out. We can make some progress on that for him. So you guys know what to do. Until next time, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share, do the deal, tell somebody. I'm out.